So daily monitoring transaction codes. So in SAP system, when you join in the organization, when you start your day in the organization or your project, so everyone, even it including me, or also everyone has to perform the monitoring of the your system. One kind of this is we will call it as the health checks. We will call it as the system health checks. We will perform the system health checks here. So what type of checks we have to perform here in the production system, right? Especially in the production system, we will monitor the all these things here, right? Suppose the first one, we will check the ST22 above dumps, right? Go to the ST22, check the above dumps here, right? We go to the ST22, check the above dumps here. Are there any dumps in the system or not? So yes, yesterday there is a one dump. Open this dump, check whether it is related to the any so database related error, OS related error, space issue, memory issues. You can check it out. This is not like that one. This is the one. So user related, user creations, user related issue here. Maybe address related issue, UUD identity. So when you're creating the user basis, you got this dump, right? You got this dump here, right? So these are the same systems only, but here product is changed here. Like previously we have the NetWeaver product. Now these systems are ECP and these are ECC products. These are the ECC products. We will see the lot of component, HR components. So all these components we have here, right? You can use it for HR purpose also. You can use it whatever the business you want to. You can use it. This is the main transactional system, ECC system, right? You can use it all this here, right? So same concept, same transaction code. As I told you, right? Once you get the experience on the old systems, you will get the same here, right? Here same you will get for here, right? So same dumps you need to check it out the first day. The day starts with the daily monitoring of the ST22 above dumps. If something goes wrong, you need to track and you need to fix that issue, right? Suppose you have the ST22 dump in the production. So why this is occurring here? So then you need to check, you need to do the some troubleshooting, R&D work you have to perform it. Exception occurred. So what is this? What can I do here? So error analysis, you can see here, what is the error analysis here? If you don't know, take the some how to correct the error. If you don't know, just to take the some technical words here. Maybe if you go to the SAP marketplace, just search it out, you will get the related notes. Then based on that, you can apply this note. So what you are doing in the 100 client, someone with SAP Star, they are trying to create the user SE01. So, but we got the error here. This is a program got finished. Why we will get this error means, so SUD internal error here. Why we will get here? What is the error here? So you will see the lot of things here. When you keep on scrolling down, when you keep on checking all these things, you will get the one idea. So that is what you have to do it here, right? That is the main thing here. Next one is the SM21. SM21 system logs. System logs here you need to check SM21. Go to the SM21 transaction code here. Check in the entire last 24 hours you have any critical errors or not. You can check it out here. Just click on the OK button. You will get the things here. So here we will check what is exactly here happened. So everything is green, fine. Anything is wrong, our operating system call bind failed. Then what is this? What is this? All these things you can see here. All these things are happened here, right? Again, operating system. So if any operating system call error is the common error, so that is fine. But apart from that, if you see any other parameters, so you can see some other value, the parameter value is wrongly given. So I only given the wrongly, I have again deleted this one. The time zone profile was not modified profile. So all these things, you see the profile, the time zone, the system time zone cannot be determined. We can use enter using the STZAC. Fix this error. This is your scope. You have to fix these errors. So like that, we need to check the are there any critical errors in the system logs here. Then go to SM50 or SM60C to check if any work process are in private mode. in private mode. Private mode means memory concept. Private mode means the work process always go to the private mode. When the work process go to the private mode means here system is in the dangerous zone here. Go to the SM50, check are there any work process in the, we have 20 dialogues are there here. See here. So 20 dialogue work process. So any work process in the private mode status, nothing is there. So then we are good. We passed this step here. If yes, then we need to check what that user related user is executing. Then we need to ask them to run in the background mode, or we need to ask them to stop the transaction. Otherwise, one work process is using the private mode means is the memory occupancy is almost is reached actually, right? That is the private mode. Then once that is the done, then go to SM37 to check the any long running jobs, any long running. Why we are executing checking all these things here? Why means to keep the system up to date, and also we don't see, we suppose if we don't check it out, if something is happening in the system, something is running from long time, some issues are happening means it will affect the business users, right? The business users and system will go down. So that is the reason in front before only if you check all these things, you will be in the safer side. Like means safer side means system side, we won't get it any issues, and we know what is the errors and everything we are getting, then we can fix it immediately, right? That is the reason monitoring is the first place when you join the organization, right? Then SM37, check any long running jobs are happening in the system or not. Go to the here, check the last date, yesterday's date, check it out here. Any jobs which are running from the long. So nothing, no long running jobs here. Here we have the SGen executed, then SGen executed, someone performed the client copies. So all these things are performed. So no long running jobs in the systems, right? So that's check also green here. The next one here, check any lock entries here. Any lock entries in the SM12 lock, LOCK lock entry. Go to the SM12, remove the users, check the here, see any lock entry, nothing is there, then we are also green here. Go to the update here, SM13, check are there any failed entries in the last 24 hours, whether update is active or not, just check it out. Here one is the error here, one update is error here yesterday's. So what is that error here? Just to open that error, right? Here some error, some update was cancelled here, some interval is missing. Try to repeat that update here, right? Started, update is started here, update is started here, but still same error, which means this is the duplicate, I think. See here, same modules, I think duplicate error. Just then the respective owner will take care of the all these things here, right? So that is the SM13. So we have the lock entries, and SM12 is the lock entry, SM13 and SM14 to check the whether update is active, any failed entries or not. We can check in the SM13, SM14 transaction codes, right? This is the main thing here. Good, got it? So why? Because why we are checking this one? What happens if you don't check this one? As an administrator, you need to you need to check here. Why? Because before the business logins, business users logins, they do the transaction. If you check in the system, if the systems are green, then they can log in without any issues and they can perform their activities and everything. If that they're facing the issues, they will contact you, and your customer says that what you are doing here until user comes, what you are doing in the system. That is the reason we need to do the monitoring, daily monitoring of the all your SAP systems here. Got it? This is the reason, right? And immediately go to the SMGW and SMMS. So check the gateway any disconnected entries in the gateway, and also SMMS message server, and also SMICM, check whether the ICM services and HTTP ports are active or not. So here you can check it out. Go to the SMGW is the transaction code here. Check any gateway field entries are not here. gateway failed entries here. See here no failed entries, then we are good, right? Gateway failed entries. And also SMMS, go to the message server monitoring here. You see whether the server is active or not active. Fine. Okay. Then SMICM, go to the SMICM, check whether the ICM is running. ICM is running in the green status. Some any issues, it will go to the red status. So then we have to check it out, and we need to check the services also. The ports, HTTP port and HTTPS ports also should be active in the systems, right? This is the main thing we have to check in the systems, right? So these are the main. So apart from that, check in ST01 if anyone opened the trace or not. Sometimes the people will open the trace, then they will go to the offline, right? They will go to the offline trace. Then you need to check with the user who traced on. Then you did the trace of the last change. Then you need to inform to them, boss, you switched on the trace and you went to the your home and you are enjoying, but system your trace system is dumping the logs, the file system is getting full everything. So who will take care of? Then you have to come and switch off the trace here. That is the your work here. Normally we won't perform, but keep safer side here. Then go to the ST02 here. ST02 transaction code here. In ST02 transaction code, we will see the buffers, hit ratios, swaps, memory areas, everything we will see here in the in the ST02 transaction code here. In ST02, hit ratio, the buffers, hit ratio, free space, any swaps are coming or not. If it is the green, everything is okay. Then we are good. If something swaps are occurring, means something is overflow is happening. Then we need to start increasing. We need to start investigating, right? Why this is occurring and everything. We have to check it out, right? That is called the ST02. Then ST03.
Sir, what if
Yes.
swap memory is more than 90%?
Where? Here?
Yes,
Which
sir.
one you are
Here,
talking
here,
about?
here, here. Read after directory. There is one more swap segment.
This one?
Yeah, here. Yes. Like the
Yeah, yeah.
program CPU screen and
These are the
sometimes it.
buffers actually. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes what happens, free fine, but here the swap hit ratio should be 95 plus. All the buffers should be the 95 plus, which means your system performance is very good. If the below, your system performance is not good actually. Sometimes what happens, here the space issue. Here allocated KB is this much of KB is allocated for the, suppose 3000 KB is allocated for the your CA buffer. Sometimes it will go to the 0, 3% come to the 0. Then so buffers overflow will happen. Overflow means swaps will come. So when the swaps will occur means when the buffers does not have the free space and the overflow is coming. Suppose in the bucket, suppose if you see in the one bucket, so suppose this is a bucket means buffer. So you are pouring the water here. Water means the programs are coming to the here, you're loading the first day capacity, second day capacity, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So in the last day it is 100% full, the buffer got 100% full. Then the even still you are keeping the water here, you are still pouring the water here. Then the overflow happens. Overflow means the programs will over, that is called the overflow. Overflow means here swaps occur when the buffers having some space issues, the overflow occur. That overflow you need to carry out. Overflow means you need to fix that part. Okay, so that is the main thing here. Overflow means the buffers having some space issues, so swaps will come here. We need to fix that error by removing the old objects, or so what you have to do, otherwise we need to increase the space of size of the buffer, right? That is what we have to do, that one. Yes.
Sir, the checking of buffer hit ratio swap, this is performed in ST02, right?
Yes, right.
And ST01 is to check the
Trace.
trace. Okay.
Someone, what they will do, they will switch on the trace. So long weekend, they will go to the home, right? They will switch on the trace, they will go to the home, then system will start collecting all the logs. So it keep on filling the file system. Why? Because the logs will be stored into the file system level. It's keep on storing the data. Then one fine day, so one day or maybe in the middle of the day, your file system will go 100% full. Then what will happen? Then SAP will go down status very slow here, right? So in this case, again, our customer will point out you only. So as part of the daily monitoring, why you have not noticed that that person is switched on the trace or not? Why you have not noticed?
All right.
So again, he will blame. So everyone they will blame us only. Why? Because we are the administrators. So we need to carefully maintain the systems here. We need to carefully maintain the systems here. So any
Sir,
dumps, memory issues, everything we have to carefully maintain.
Sir, user SAP SID mode going to be na?
Yeah, that is one. Under this directory only, USR, SAP, SID only, all the trace logs will be stored. This is the full. So SAP, sometimes it will not commit any run, it will not write any logs here. Then what happens? Your SAP system will be down. So users they will not log in. Then again they will ask you, so why you have not monitored the file systems? Why you have not done this type of checks in your organization? So what type of works you are doing here as a business consultant? Multiple questions they will arise it, right? So carefully we need to plan.
so sir, daily monitoring, like these codes, we need to run in every system. Like I mean,
Every production
development, quality,
system. No.
production.
Only production system.
Okay.
Why? Because production only your business users will log into the production. Development, so quality is our responsibility, which means it's down also, no one question you. The main thing is the priority is the production priority. The production system is down, then everyone will come to your head.
Okay.
They won't get you sleep. Okay, then next ST03. This means system workload, we can check it out, but currently there is no workload in the system. So that is the reason. So to get this workload, what we have to do? We have to go to the SM36, go to the standard jobs, then you need to schedule the standard jobs here, so that the workload will be displayed. Here dialog response time, we have to check it out here, right? Just click on the default scheduling, then which user, suppose basis user, just click on OK button, then all the standard jobs will be released here. Here all the jobs are released here, which means, so here now after few minutes, this is the very important collector performance monitor. So this is the job which will populate the values in the systems. Then that is the one here is important, ST03. Now you won't see anything here. Why? Because just now we scheduled the load jobs we scheduled. So maybe after 1 hour, after 2 hours, when you check, you will see the values here. You will see the values in the systems here. You will see the values here. Okay, you will see the values here. Right, you will see the values here. Right, you will see the values here. So now you don't see anything here. So the next to ST03, that is the ST03. Then you have to check the next one is like, is a main important. So for the operational perspective, main important transaction codes, these all are, right? The next one you need to check the ST06 is for the, so what is that ST06? OS level, operating system level. So what is the CPUs, memory, network, disk, LAN, all these things you can monitor it here. What is the idle percentage? So it's 91% system is free. Previously, system percentage is the 99, 100% is free. User system idle time is very less, means very slow. So what happened means, as I told you, right? One of the why we had more issues previously means we have the one of the Windows service which used the 95% one of the Windows process Win update. So this is the one
update, right?
Which one?
It was an update, right? You showed us in this
Yeah,
question.
yes. So this one culprit, this one caused the most CPUs, and also if many members reported like, "Sir, system is very slow, very slow." It's not like that SAP system. It's like OS level, one of the service which caused the iCPU. iCPU it caused it here. That caused the most CPU issues and everything here. And this is the reason we face now CPU percentage C. So below 8%, 2%, 3% means very less load now. See, all are below. Before previously, everything in under the 90%, 100% utilization. That's why we faced the very slowness issues. Now systems are free. We fixed that issue actually. So how I checked that one? I went to the task manager. In the task manager, I went to the here. Then I went to the here. Who is the top contributor? Who is that guy? So a top contributor. So we need to check that guy, and this is related to the normal idle time. We can ignore it that one. So this is the one it is using. So Naresh user. Then someone who is that one. So like that we can see the fluctuations related process. We can see it here. What are the users? So all the information we can check it out here, right? That is the main thing here. Okay. So here also you can check same thing. So if you go to the top CPU process in the OS level, you will see who is the guy. So Naresh, then administrator, then SAP ADM. So then who is that? So all the information, Nitin. So Nitin opened the MMC, then Nitin. So all the information you will get from here, SAP level also, right? ST06 CPU utilizations, you can find out CPU memory. So, okay. So that is the reason we have to perform the carefully, we have to perform the all these things and everything, right? So that is the main process of the ST06 OS level. DB level, DBA cockpit. DBA cockpit, we can check the DB related things and everything. So the DB related ST06 is for the OS level. Then DBA cockpit, database related free space, how much free space is there? That is also important, right? Why? Because data is storing here. If you don't check whether we have the space issues or whatever we have there, if we don't check that one, then we will be dangerous. If the space got full, 100% database fully happened, then we are in the dangerous situation. I think allocated is the 50, then free space is the 184. What does it mean here? It's like only 184 MB. No, we have much space is there here. Something wrong here. Like that we can check the here things here, and also largest table, single table, fast growing tables, all these things we can perform it here. All these things we can perform it here. Okay. So it's collecting the largest table information and everything here. Okay, you can see the largest tables, all this information. So this kind of work we have to perform it in the DBA cockpit, DB related, OS level, and the SAP level, monitoring, all kind of work here. So SMLG is the response time of the your application server, SMLG. So SMLG is the response time of the your application. Even there is no logon groups created, you can see. Now response time of the logon groups, response time is very high. Sorry, very slow, which means so minimal means so 4 users are logged into the systems here. So everything is fine here, right? So create the logon groups. Start and creating the logon, whatever we have done till now, create the logon groups and RFC server groups, all these things you can start creating here. Okay. So those things you can create it. Don't always perform the client copies, always don't do the client copies and everything. That's not the case in your organization. Normally you won't get any client copy things or everything. So don't perform, don't create the client, don't perform all those things. Just start the execution of the transaction code. See what it is getting, what is the output. So all these things you need to practice. It's not like that always going to the SCC9, performing the client copies. What you will get here? Nothing. Right? So it's like it's a low priority items, those are. Okay. So SMLG is also in one of the monitoring, and also RZ12 RFC server groups. RFC server groups also you need to check. RFC server groups RZ12. RZ12 you need to use the RFC server groups here. So here you can see the RFC server group. Any RFC groups are available. Why? Because inside of some of the things will process, parallel processing will happen based upon this RFC server groups. To check whether the RFC groups are active or not, right? Those things we need to check it out here in the RZ12. RZ12 is the transaction code to check the RFC server groups. So that is the thing, one of the monitoring activity we have to do. SMLG, RZ12, DBA cockpit, ST06, ST03, SM50, SM66, 13. And also we have the gateway and the spool. Spool also one of the monitoring we can put it out. Spool printers related. SP01, we can go to the here. SP01, remove the users. Remove the all these things here. So check how many spool entries are there here or not. So if any more, less only there. Automatically your default jobs will delete it. So here less only there. You don't need to worry about this one. Otherwise, if the spool table is full, the printer request may go affect it here. Right? So that is the main thing here. So go ahead and create the some printers also in the SPAD. System is yours now. Just go ahead and create the some local printer, someone already created. Create the some other printers also can create it in the systems. Right? That is the main thing here. And also space, we already in the DBA cockpit we covered ST06 OS level CPU memory and DB database SAP level response time, wait time, CPU time, all we covered it here. Then what next as part of the daily monitoring here? So SM58, yes. SM58 is the transactional RFCs. So transactional RFCs we need to check. So that is the one of the daily monitoring activity. In SM58, your transactional RFCs may stuck here. Transactional RFCs. Here in SM58, you will check the transactional RFCs. So data which is going outside of the system, that data will stuck here. Right? That data will stuck here. That is called the SM58 transactional RFCs. Did we discuss this one? Like queues, SMQR, SMQ2?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay.
No.
So these few are there, and also these are also daily monitoring transaction codes here. So
I said DB12 and DB14.
DB12, DB4 means it will cover in the DBA cockpit. So it's all will be covered here, DBA cockpit. So backups you will check DB12. So all will cover in the DBA cockpit transaction codes. Everything will cover here. Central monitoring for the DBA cockpit here. Okay. So apart from that, we'll discuss about the few transaction codes like SMQRQs, SMQS, and SMQ1 and SMQ2. Right? So these are the some queues related transaction codes here. Queues related transaction codes here. So what is mean by queues here? So what is mean by queues here? So what is mean by queues here? So queues means the data will process to your SAP system and from SAP system to SAP system and from SAP system here, right? QRFC. So RFCs. So through these queues, data will go outside of the SAP system. Data will come inside of the SAP systems here. Suppose if you see here, suppose you have the your ECC system, not only one ECC system, right? You have here, so you have the multiple systems, and also you have the BW systems, right? And also you have the BW systems also in your landscape. Not only BW, right? You have the some other systems also in the landscape. Suppose like CRM, SRM. So some other systems also there here. So each and every system there is a interconnected. Interconnected means in SM59 we have to establish the destinations here. We have to establish the destinations here. We have to establish the destinations, something like from here to here, CRM. Like that, the destinations, the queues, and the data will flow. Once the transaction is generated here, the same transaction will go to the BW, the same transaction will go to the CRM. So like that, the vice versa, the data exchange will happen, right? When you are booking the one order here, when you are booking the order in the system, all right, you are booking the, you are logging to the SAP system, you are booking the one order means it will go to the payment gateway. Again, that is the third party site, third party banking sites again. You will go to the payment gateway. There you will do the transaction. Then once the payment is done, again the transaction will come to the here. It will store here. Then your transaction will be booked here, right? Many things will happen internally. It's not like that one system you will do. So multiple systems will be participated as part of the your work, right? As part of the your transaction, multiple systems will follow. Suppose you are going to the Amazon, you are booking the order, Amazon you are going, Amazon shopping, then you are booking the order, you are booking the one order here, suppose small TV, iPad or something you are booking here, the bikes, there are selling the bikes also, no, bike covers, right? You are booking means, you are purchasing means it will go to the banking sites again, there is transaction will complete and it will come back, right? So that is the main thing here, SMQ1, SMQ2. So here you have to define the queues here. You have to define the queues here. You have to define the queues here. So in these queues, what will have happened here in the queues? So you have to define the queues here. QR and QS, the queues registration, you have to do it here. So let's do that one. SMQR. SMQR is for the registration of the queues here, which means it kind of queue in scheduler, which means so inbound queues here. So here, if you give like suppose CFQs, suppose like CRM related CFQs, then what is the destination you are creating here? The destination, what is the destination here? So I don't know the destination. Maybe I can put it like local, because we are not created. Then the queue I have created here, right? The queue I have created with the queue I have created here. Then same way you can go to the SMQS, queue out scheduler, which is means outbound queue, which is going out of the your system, which means this is your ECC, this is your BW system. So ECC to BW, right? So then queue out, it is going out of the your system. Out, this is called the outbound queues, outbound, okay? Outbound queues. Then again it is going out. It is going out here, right? Then sometimes we may get the transaction again revert back the acknowledgement here, right? That is called the inbound. That is called the inbound queue. Inbound, right? Inbound. It will come to the here inbound. That's why I mentioned here inbound, outbound, and in and out, right? In, out. Out means which is going out. In means which is coming in, right? So that is the main thing here, which is coming in and which is going out here. So where you have to define this one in SMQR, SMQ2, you have to define. So what is the transaction here you have to assign here? What is the ID? So here I don't see anything here. So I will create the one destination. You can create the destination to the ECD here, right? You can create the destination to ECD here. Local, other, none, create it here. Just click on the OK button, right? So through this destination, the data will flow happen. Through this destination, this scheduler will send the data to this destination, right? And also you can create for our destination SM59, create for one example destination here. So we have the ECD, right? Just to create the ECD system. This is the ECP and connection number 3 here, right? Connection number 3 can create here. What is the, so host name SAP Windows 1 and the instance number 30, I guess, right? Then create it here, save it. And if you want to maintain the user ID password, you can maintain here as well. Okay, you can maintain here. So now we created the destination. Go to the SMQS, create the, so here go ahead and give the destination here. So ECD, right? Create the destination. You have one more destination, which means the data will go to from here to here, the data will go through this destination, the data will flow here. So here we have to create the configurations. Here we have to give the configuration here. So, and also QR means inbound scheduler, which is coming inside of the system, which is coming inside of the system. So in the queues wise, in the order wise, the data will come here. Otherwise, just you can maintain the maybe star also, we can maintain it here, star, which means all the data will come here. So which means there is no order here, right? So that is the reason we can maintain the order wise also, we can maintain queue out scheduler and SMQR, queue in scheduler. So queues we have to define it here. Queues you have to define it here. So CF queues, maybe BS, BW related queues, XS queues. So many queues are there. You whatever you want, you can monitor here. All the queues you can monitor from here, right? So here you have to do the configuration. Then finally, every day you need to go to the SMQ1 and SMQ2 configuration. You have to perform in the SMQ1 and SMQ2. Then you need to check in the SMQ1. Any queues got stuck here, any data got stuck here, it will show the results here. Which means sometimes what happens, due to some issues, data will not go outside of the system. And also data will not come to the inside of the system due to some issues here. So here you can check the outbound queues, and also here SMQ2 inbound queues, any data which got stuck in your system. Those things here we can check. If anything wrong, then we need to check with our functional people or everything. Why? Because data they will send it out here. The data they will send it out there. That is the SMQR, SMQS, and SMQ1 and SMQ2. Right? Any questions in this? SM58 is the transactional RFC. Transactional RFCs. So if any user did any transactions, it will stuck here. We can find out here. This is also one of the monitoring transaction code here. So if anything stuck is, check it out. What is the transaction and everything? It will stuck here. That is called the SM58 is the transaction code here. Right? So that is the one. The one more thing is here. So SMICM, right? ICM related services and ICM related ports, we can see it here, right? Whether the ports are active or not, HTTP, HTTPS ports are active or not. So ICM is running or not. ICM means Internet Communication Manager. It will handle your internet related things here. It will handle the internet related things here, right? That is the SMICM. Then SICF, service activation, right? Suppose you want to activate any service. Suppose like if you see here, in the many services are there here. So many services, some custom services, many services. So if you want to activate any services here, right? That services you can upload it here. You can activate it here. Suppose I want to activate this service here. Then I activated some file upload, test it. It will open the URL in the browser. See here, it is opened. So it is asking the user ID and password. Then provide the user ID and password. So it is kind of one URL. So you no need to go to the logon pad, open it. In the browser level also you can open the URLs, then your screen will be opened. Suppose I want to open the GUI screen in the browser, that time as web GUI service. This is the services. SAP, BC, GUI, these are the services. So this will open in the URL in the browser. See, it is opened. So which means I can open my system in the browser level also, I can open my system, right? By opening this URL. So where is this, how you got it? So which means I have opened the services here in SICF. I opened this one in SICF. I went to the SICF here, the service activation. I went to this path. So I have activated the service here. I have activated the service. I have activated the service here. Right? So web GUI service I have activated here. So then only you are opening the GUI for HTML, you are opening for this one. Right? So like that, any service activation you have to come to the here, then you have to open this here. Right? That is the web GUI related service here. Got it? That is the main thing here you need to take care here. There is a WebGUI related. Then one more thing here. What is that next one? Right? SICF, SMICM. If the service are not opening and the people are not connecting through browser, you are also giving the error, means you have to go check whether the ports are active or not. Right? You need to check all the cases, you need to check here. Right? That is the main thing here. SMICM, SICF. These are the main thing here. Right? So these are the other transaction codes. Like that, we have one more transaction codes called the what we have, SWU3. SWU3. This is the workflows related. Just remember the workflow related node we have to activate it here. SWU3, workflow related activation here. Automatic customizing workflows here. So which means the one manager approval, it will go to the higher management for the approval list, right? So the functional team will maintain this one for this one. This workflow should be active here. This should be the active here. So let me track it here, automatic customization here. The workflow jobs will run here. Just creating the request here, transport request. Workflow you are activating. So normally functional team, they will enable the workflow. So level 1, level 2 approvals, everything, right? So that things we have to perform it here. Like workflow act, just you can remember the workflow customization we have to perform in the customization. We have to perform in the SWU3. This workflow job should be activated here, should be active here. That activity we have to perform here, workflow activation. It should be green status, same as like here, right? So then only the approvals mails comes and everything, it will happen here. That is the one thing here. Then what is the next thing here? ST0, not the ST0, SM01, lock or unlock the transaction codes here. SM01. Suppose you want to lock one transaction here. Go to the SM01 here. So maybe you want to lock one transaction, SM50, you want to lock it here. Right? Just click on the lock symbol and save it. Then take the one more session. Then execute the SM50. Then you will not go. The transaction is locked here. Which means if you want to lock any dangerous transaction code, you can lock it here, SM50, right? Lock or unlock we can perform using the SM50 transaction code here. Okay, got it? This is the main thing here. What is this? Okay, so that is the SM50. Then what next? SM02. Right, SM02. It's not the daily related. Whenever you want to inform to all users about the your downtime timelines and maintenance activities, you have to put the system message so that all users will get informed. So suppose like, hi everyone, hi all. So maybe system is going down in next 5 minutes, something like that. If you mention this one, just message you are putting here, system messages. So just send it across the team here. So everyone will get the message here. Who are in the system, all the people will get the message saying that all people will get the message. Suppose if I'm the new people, I'm logging to the system means I am logging into the system now, right? You can see whenever you log in, immediately you will get the system messages here. So all system is going down in next 5 minutes, please log off. So that then we will get the normal notifications you will get, right? Normal bank sites, banking information, you will get the information like following maintenance activities will be performed on the weekend. From this time to this time, the services are not available. regret the inconvenience, something like that. We will get the message, right? Same way here we can put the messages in the SM02 here, right? Messages, we can put it out here, right? So that is the system messages here, right? Okay, these are the things we can practice it here. Okay, got it? Any questions, anyone? Let me pause it here because today many we discussed, so we'll pause it here. So you to practice it, right? I think yesterday also you have not practiced.